Alright, working on the old Ford again today, and nice day for working. It was like 95 yesterday, and today it's only about 80, so temperature difference is about 15 degrees. But anyway, since the last time I seen you guys, we put some new tires and rims on this thing, and it sits and looks a lot better. I just happened to find I was looking for the right size tire, and I happened to find a guy selling truck rims. These are Ford truck rims with the tires and everything. I got a real good price on them, so we put them on there. I'm not crazy about the style, you know. I'd rather have the old style Steelies and moon cap, but this will do for now. But the truck really sits up a lot higher and a lot nicer, so I'm glad we did that. Like I said, we got a really good price on it, and got real good rubber on it. All the rubber on it's they're like brand new. So alright, I'll show you what we're going to do today. See, I got a little tarp on here to keep the rain out, but it doesn't do much. I bought some weather stripping for it, made in the United States. I paid twice the price of the regular stuff, because this is actually, I think this is actually made with the molds, you know, from Ford. And it's got the metal inside it and everything, so you know, you get what you pay for. You know, it's even got a Ford number on it. But anyway, what I want to do today is, you see the rust, the water's getting in. That's why I bought the weather stripping. But anyway, we got to get rid of all the rust and grind down some of the big lumps here with a die grinder, and then we'll throw some fiberglass on there, and maybe finish up all the bodywork, and put some seam sealer in here. So that's our goal. I don't think we'll be able to prime it, because we're going to have to wait for the seam sealer to dry, but at least we'll get everything ready for prime. So let's do that. Alright, yeah, we got all this stuff ground down the best we could with the little grinder here, the little right angle grinder, you know, here, and even this patch panel came out nice. You know, I was able to grind that pretty much flush. And over here, but like I say, we ground down most of it with that little grinder, but now I'm going to use this little die grinder, little tip on there, to get all these little areas. Oops, sorry about that. Get all these little areas I couldn't get with that grinder. You know, anytime there's a putty failure or epoxy failure or anything, that people always blame it on the epoxy, and 99.9% of the time it's not the epoxy itself, or the filler, or the bondo, whatever you want to call it. It's always prep work. You see, now this would be acceptable for you know, body shop. You know, grind it and put the body filler in there, and it'll last for a while. But you know, if you grind all this out and then treat it with acid and stuff, you know, you're not going to have any kind of failure at all. So, you know, it's a little overkill, but I have time. I got nowhere to go, so I'm going to get that with the die grinder, and that'll be it. I came across a little section here with somebody else seamed a panel together, and they got one spot weld in the middle, and the rest isn't spot welded. You know, that's why I'm not really going deep into this truck, because I don't know where any of these panels like this are going to turn up. So we're just going to make this a driver and make it look good, and hope it lasts a little while. So I'll probably spot weld that and weld that all the way complete. But you know, the rest of the truck, I'm sure there's other areas that have spots like that, and not much I can do about it. So, all right, enough talking. Let me get all these little tiny areas, clean them up, and then we'll slop some fiberglass on there. All right, yeah, we're satisfied with the way that turned out. We got as much rust and stuff as possible ground out of the way. So the only other way of doing that would have been sandblasting, and sandblasting is too messy. So like I said, we're happy with that. So let's throw some fiberglass on there and get this baby going. Alright, Yeah, a lot of you guys are probably wondering, you know, when I say I'm going to put fiberglass down, you're probably wondering what it is, but it's this stuff right here. It's fiberglass filler, Dynaglass. This is what I use. This is made by Dynatron, but there's other companies, and they're all it's all the same stuff, just different names. And what it does, it's waterproof, and this will fill any imperfections you might have in the welds. You know, everybody's like to think that they have perfect welds and everything, but you don't really know. So this is just another layer of protection, and you mix it just like body putty. You know, you got the blue hardener, and I don't know if you can see it, but this stuff actually has fiberglass strands in there, so it makes it stronger, and like I say, it gives it a waterproof membrane in there. So I like to put that over anytime I weld a patch on. I like to put it on. A lot of guys don't do it, and you know, sometimes you'll see a car and you'll see bubbles coming out, and that's probably what the case is. But that's what we're going to do. So I'm not going to film this because this stuff, it's 85 degrees out, and this stuff's going to go up in a hurry. So I'll show it to you after I put it on. But you know, it's there's not much room there for me to work and set a camera up and, you know, play. So like I say, we'll show you when we're done. All right. Yeah, that came out real well. This piece here is almost perfect. That's just flat and everything, so all I have to do is sand it down a little bit, and we don't have to put body filler on it. We'll just go straight to glazing putty, because like I said, that's pretty much perfect. And then this came out all right, and good thing I didn't mix that much up, because it did. I knew it was going to light up fast, and it did. So I was able to cover the welds and fill in what I wanted to, and now I got to do it in 2 steps. You know, I got to do this section down here now, and this section over here. You know, but that's just what you got to do when you get this kind of heat. So, all right, let me mix up another batch. All right, yeah, I got all fiberglass work done, and I wanted to. I got everything has a nice light coat. I even where it's supposed to go, I was going to use seam sealer. I just filled it with fiberglass, and that'll do the job. It's funny how close the fiberglass is to the original color of the paint. But anyway, yeah, had to mix up a lot of batches, about twice as many as I should have, only because it was lighting up so fast. So you know, you have to put the hardener in. You know, people are going to say, "Oh, you're putting too much hardener in it." You know, you got to put hardener in it. You know, that's how this stuff works. It's just 85 degrees out. You only have about 3 minutes or so to work with it. So. Alright, I guess tomorrow we'll sand down all the excess off of that and put some body filler on there and make it look good. Alright, it's about dinner time, so I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, yeah, it's not the next day, it's been about 2 weeks since that last segment where we did all this fiberglass work down here. You know, we had a string of about 4 or 5 days of off and on rain, so we couldn't do anything, and then I had an engine show to go to. I was gone for about 5 days, so we're back at this. It's been about 2 weeks, and it's beautiful out today. You know, we had some bad weather. We had you know, rain, and then it was like 95-degree weather and stuff, but right now it's beautiful out. It's perfect weather for doing body work. It's about 70 degrees and no humidity, so let's put a dent in this and try and finish this up today. Alright, we'll start by sanding down all the excess. Alright, I got all the excess fiberglass sanded down and smooth the way I want it all over here. So now I just got to put a real thin coat of putty on there, and it should be good. I wire wheeled all this and up here and stuff, so that's all ready. So let's mix up some putty and put it on there. Alright, we got this done over here. I'm liking the way that looks, and this side here, this is all done. That's all ready to paint, or I should say prime anyway. And over here came out good. I'm happy with that. I got a tiny little low spot right here. That looks like it's low, but it's not. That's I might put a little bit right here. So I got to do right here, and I haven't did the outside here yet. So, all right, let me do that and we'll see what it looks like. All right, yeah, we're happy with that, and I think it looks good. I mean, it is the Doorjamb. We don't want to get goofy with it, right? And I don't think it's going to Pebble Beach anytime soon. So let's tape up the area and then we'll just prime it. All right. Yeah, I guess tomorrow I'll do this side. I already did the bodywork on this a while back, but then I burnt some of it up when I put the floor in, so got to redo a little bit of it. But this side isn't half as bad as the other side was. And like I say, that bodywork is pretty much done. And this only had a small hole, so it wasn't too bad. And you've got the same piece in the middle, so this one shouldn't take me half as long. And I won't bother you guys with watching that. Come around the back here, because we seen we do this one, and yeah, this one looks okay. We're happy with that, so I'm glad to get that out of the way. Alright, what do you guys say? Enough of this? Alright, see you later.